Hey there, Taurus. This is your reading for the upcoming year of 2025. I'm just going to go ahead and dive in, start pulling cards from the rider-waite deck, starting off first. And we're just going to pull a bunch and clarify them, see what's going on for the upcoming year for you. And I'm just going to kind of divide the cards up into kind of a calendar almost, so we get a feel for different quarters of the year. Okay. All right. Next up, I'm going to use some Pulp Tarot. Once again, this is for Taurus for the upcoming year of 2025. Okay. Perfect. And just 4 more from the Shaman Oracle here. And just a heads up, I do read intuitively, and this is for all folks under the star sign of Taurus. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. Okay, perfect. And I'm going to use the Shadowscapes to clarify for the first half of the year. And for the second half of the year, I will be using the Manga tarot to clarify. I like to use a bunch of different decks, that way it just makes it easier to see what all needs to come out. So we're going to start with the first half here. So first quarter, you are starting off strong in 2025, Taurus. You are starting off at the Queen of Wands. So you're very empowered at this time, and you're willing to express your creativity freely and openly. And you're not really caring what other people think. So I really like to see that. Now that moves you into the King of Cups, where it's like more of this emotional maturity. There might be turmoil around you, but you're very strong and sturdy here. You're kind of a strong foundation. And once again, you are open to giving and receiving love freely and openly. You are emotionally mature. Now, this moves us into the Seven of Swords, where this could talk about a different way of doing things might be needed, or potentially this could talk about, this can also talk about deception and things like that. So I'm going to move these guys on over, and we're going to clarify these. All right. So I really like how the Queen of Wands and the King of Cups looks. It looks like a great start to the year. And I kind of get the sense with the Seven of Swords that you kind of need to find a new approach, a different way of doing things, especially because your highlight for this quarter of the year, this first quarter, is the Shaman of Birth, which definitely is talking about new beginnings. So let's just clarify. Queen of Wands first, clarified by the Nine of Wands. So this talks about standing your ground and being strong in your way. So yes, definitely like that with the Queen of Wands. You're standing your ground, you're putting up boundaries where necessary, you're not caring what other people think. Beautiful. And the King of Cups. The Two of Pentacles. So maybe you're juggling a few things here, but clarified by the Ace of Wands here. So yeah, I see that definitely there might be a lot of turmoil around you. Like there might be a lot of things going on, like juggling a couple things too many with the Two of Pentacles, because that talks about needing a different approach because it can exhaust you. And this is confirmed by the Ace of Wands, which talks about a new beginning. Your path is clear for dynamic action and a change. So I do like to see that, especially coming up before the Seven of Wands here, which is talking about, yeah, potentially needing a new approach. So we'll just clarify that Seven of Swords there. Okay, the Hierophant. All right. So this kind of tells me, yeah, for the Seven of Swords here, this new approach, it might involve needing a more structured approach. That could be handy in this situation. I'll pull one more though. Okay, the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords talks about this never-ending nightmare. So it's like, one more, Spirit. What is the Nine of Swords here? The Two of Swords. Okay. Yeah, so you're seeking a little bit more balance here, I see. That's kind of your change in approach for the first quarter is, yeah, needing a little bit more balance here in your way. And that'll help. That's definitely a new change, a new approach with the Shaman of Birth highlighted in the first quarter of the year for you, Taurus. Now, we're going to move on to the second quarter of the year here with the Three of Wands starting off. So I see you looking out for new opportunities with a little bit more of a balanced approach here, which is nice to see. You're kind of looking out to see what is available that you can reach out and obtain. So that looks really good. And this takes you into the Hermit, where it's like you're kind of seeking this inner wisdom. You kind of go inward and seek a little bit of isolation. Not a bad thing. Sometimes that's where we find our answers, right? When we go inward. Now this takes us to the Ten of Swords, where, yeah, there's been kind of this reoccurring thought process, especially in the first quarter of the year. We see this Nine of Swords, and you're kind of seeking balance with it. But here I see you kind of finally letting go of this. And I really like to see that because, I mean, definitely highlights with the Shaman of Birth. That's kind of what's happening here in this second quarter of 2025. And this takes you to the Shaman of Stars would be the highlight for this second quarter of 2025. Now, I'm just going to go in and clarify these guys once again with the Shadowscapes Tarot. And this is for our Taurus friends. 2025. What does that have in store? Three of Wands. Okay. So the Three of Wands, we've got the Seven of Pentacles showing up. It's kind of this, once again, is what I'm doing worth it? Do I need to make a change? Do I need to switch things up? Yeah, because the Seven of Swords is showing up. And that kind of talks about this needing to change things here, because we've already gotten the Seven of Seven of Swords in the previous quarter here. So definitely a good time to change things up. I'm going to take one more for that guy. Okay, awesome. So the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords here, confirmed by the Eight of Pentacles. So it's like, yeah, you're kind of sticking to it here. It's like, I kind of get the vibe of like sunken cost fallacy of it's like, oh, I need to press through. But I kind of like that the Hermit comes next where you're able to go inward. So we'll just confirm this Hermit here. Yeah, the Three of Swords. So it's like, yeah, you're kind of really considering what's going on in your life here. There's something that's come up that's causing a lot of distress and heartache, a lot of pain. Yeah, and that's confirmed by the Hermit again. So it's like, yeah, you're kind of really going inward with this heartache that you're feeling. And you're taking the time to sit with it, think about how you feel about it, and seek the answers to this issue here that you're facing. Now, we're going to move into the Ten of Swords, where I see you, it looks like you're releasing this, whatever this heartache is here, this Three of Swords causing depression and a little bit of emotional turmoil here. What is the Ten of Swords for Taurus? The Four of Swords. Okay. Yeah, so it's like you're healing and it's like the Four of Swords talks about rest, relaxation, and recovery. It's like, yeah, you've kind of done a bunch of shadow work, it looks like, with the Hermit showing up twice, kind of cradling. We've got two Hermits here cradling this Three of Swords, this heartbreak. So it's, yeah, it really looks like a lot of deep shadow work for you here. And now you're kind of releasing it and you're healing from it with the Four of Swords. And that moves you into the Queen of Swords, where it's like, yeah, you're thinking more clearly about this. And I feel like you're able to kind of get the healing that you seek here, especially with this intense shadow work that you're doing here. And this new beginning, this shedding that you're going through here, it's going to allow you to shine brightly and radiantly here with the Shaman of Stars. Like, this looks really good. I really like to see this, Taurus. Now we're going to press forward into the second half of 2025. And so here we are in the third quarter. We're starting off strong, and I really like to see that after this inner work here because, yeah, you've done some serious deep shadow work because strength is showing up. This talks about shadow work. Now, the lion here represents her shadow, and she's not like strong manning it into submission. It's this soft, gentle power that she's kind of soothing this beast into submission. And this infinity sign above her head kind of talks about this is a battle that she will continue. Like, we don't defeat our shadow and it's over. It's like, no, we learn to work with it. It's almost like I kind of get vibes of her like going into the circus and putting on a show with her shadow, using the shadow to her advantage, right? And this leads you into the Page of Wands, where it's like this new exciting opportunity. This might talk about travel for you guys in some cases. But yeah, the Page of Wands is lucky. It's new opportunities. It's fortunate here. It's looking really good. Especially, yeah, after all this work, I feel like it's kind of a reward. And this takes you into Judgment. Now, this talks about a call from spirit. And I kind of like to see this, especially after all the shadow works. After all the shadow work you've done, it's like spirit's rewarding you and then kind of giving you a call that you need to heed. So this is further kind of shedding skin in a way. It's stepping into a new and better way of life. It's it's an opportunity, right? Now this moves you into, for the shaman oracle, your kind of highlight on the side for this quarter is the Dancer of Fear. So what I kind of get from this is, I mean, obviously strength, we're still exercising and doing this shadow work within, but I get kind of this vibe of the Page of Wands and the Judgment here, especially with the Dancer of Fear. It kind of gives me the vibe of this new opportunity might be a little scary. And it might require us to kind of take a leap of faith or trust ourselves, right? And that can be kind of scary sometimes. So I'm going to clarify those with the Manga Tarot quick here and just get some specifics and see what's happening here for this third quarter of 2025 for our Taurus friends. One more shuffle. Beautiful. All right. Strength. Okay, strength is clarified by temperance. Beautiful. So it's kind of talking about this flow state here. And it's a healing time. It's kind of this creativity coming into the light, this positive change. It's harmonious. And you're able to integrate old experiences into new things, new ventures, which I really like to see coming right in front of the Page of Wands. And this is 2 major arcana, like this, well, 3. Like this is a very intense year for you, but it looks really good. Now, moving on into the Page of Wands, this new opportunity. That's clarified by the Ten of Cups. It looks like this new opportunity is going to bring you a lot of fulfillment, a lot of joy and happiness. To me, this is kind of like a calm after the storm, like this rainbow, this beautiful rainbow right after this kind of storm that you've experienced in the last quarter. Now, moving on to the Judgment, this call. What is this? The 3 of Swords showing up. Yeah. Because the Judgment talks about this needing to change, this heeding the call, needing to heed the call to step into a better way of life, a better way of being or doing. And that's confirmed by the Page of Pentacles, which talks about good luck. It's good opportunities coming in, but this talks about a desire to learn more about the material world around you. So I kind of get the vibe of just wanting to learn more in general, like especially with the Judgment. I kind of get wanting to learn more about the self, especially with the heartbreak here, wanting to learn more about the meat suit, for lack of better words here. Especially because it's like Dancer of Fear. Learning more about mental health and things like that might be a good path, something to think about for this third quarter of 2025 for you, Taurus. Now we're going to step into the last quarter of 2025. And I'm going to shuffle again as we talk here. But I see you here moving on to calmer shores here with the 6 of Swords. You're exercising a lot better, more effective communication here so that you can kind of get out of these choppy waters and move on to new things, new ways of being, better opportunities for you. Now, this moves us on into the 10 of Swords, where we've kind of seen this again before in the second quarter of 2025. And this talks about kind of accepting defeat here, like letting go of something that isn't serving us. It's a blessing, right? It's accepting that, okay, I can't do anything more, think anything more of this. I'm letting it go. I'm releasing it. And you do, because the Tower shows up. You're done with this and you're ready to let it go. It's this snap back to reality here. It's a shakeup, really. It's a reality check, so to speak. It could be a new job, new home, a divorce. It is a shakeup. But this gives you the highlight of ancestors of hope. You're hopeful of this new beginning. So the Six of Swords, we're just going to clarify that. Yeah, moving on to calmer shores with the Empress. You're very intuitive, and it's like you're ready to start a new beginning. That's kind of what this whole year is just this shakeup, this big change for you. Moving into the Ten of Swords, this letting go takes you to the Nine of Wands, where you're standing your ground, you're putting up proper boundaries to keep yourself safe. And then you move into the King of Wands, where it's like, yeah, you're a lot more strong, you're respected, you're successful, and successful in your enterprises, your goals, your pursuits. Moving you into the Tower. The Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is talking about, yeah, a defeat. You've accepted it. You're letting go. You're moving on. And it moves you into the Knight of Swords, where, yeah, you might feel a little tender, a little reactionary, defensive, but you're moving on to calmer shores once again with the Six of Swords. You're done with this, and you're ready for peace in your life. So I really like to see this, Taurus. It looks like there's a lot of big changes on the way, but it looks like you're seeking peace and happiness for yourself, and I love to see that. Especially highlighted with the ancestors of hope here. Like, this looks like a very important year for you, Taurus. So I think I'm going to leave it here, but I hope you have a wonderful day and a fantastic 2025. Take care.